one more thing. This is the most important thing I have to do. 2 months to establish that this is the best way for me to not get too hot in a video. Oh!
It's like my body temperature goes down by about 45 degrees Celsius every time.
Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Today, apart from spitting everywhere, including the lens of the camera, that was a dreadful idea of me there. It's been a few days again. The last video that we made was like a walking, talking style video where I went around with my phone, took a little walk around the local area, and we spoke about the potential of Chelsea signing Philippe Coutinho, currently on loan at Bayern Munich, or well, all footballers at the moment, they're finding other ways to do things, such as playing FIFA games against one another. Mason Mount versus Declan Rice didn't really go the way that Chelsea fans wanted it to. Some footballers have started streaming on Twitch, which is pretty exciting, quite fun. I've not actually tuned into any of them yet, but I think I will, because it's getting to that point, and I know that you guys are feeling this as well, because I'm getting messages on a daily basis saying, Mr. Benson, can you please upload a video? And there's been a couple of times in the last couple of days where I've been sat in front of the camera, and I'm trying to like spew things out. I'm trying to read into these stories of Chelsea signing this guy, Chelsea have a big budget in the summer, transfer windows will be extended, which I actually think will happen, by the way, because I think the economy in football kind of needs that. There's been so many stories that I just look at and I'm like, really? Can I actually sit there and justify an argument for this happening in front of however many of you are watching this for a 10-minute video? I don't think I can, but it's at a point now where even I'm like, bloody hell, I miss you lot. I miss chatting to you guys in the comments. I miss interacting with you on a daily basis. So today, still spitting water out of my mouth, we're going to talk about N'Golo Kante. Random fact of the day, some of you may know this, some of you probably don't. N'Golo Kante started following me a couple of days before Chelsea announced that he was actually a Chelsea player. And it's kind of now just a miscellaneous fact that I've used to include in this video for no apparent reason. But throughout all of this crazy period of time where players are being linked away, players are being linked into Chelsea, N'Golo Kante is one of those that has come up for discussion because of interest, and long-term interest at that, from both Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, two of the biggest clubs in Europe, who, again, N'Golo Kante, he's on a pretty hefty wage at Chelsea. We know he drives around in a Mini, so the money isn't really something that bothers N'Golo Kante. However, when Real Madrid come knocking on the door, and as he's French, PSG as well, it kind of has the same kind of thing. It's a connection there. As a professional footballer playing at the top level, I keep flipping spitting water, I'm sorry. As a professional footballer playing at the highest level, you cannot ignore when these clubs come knocking on the door. The man is contracted to Chelsea, so Chelsea do not have to accept any bid, but it is one of those where the discussion can be had as to whether or not N'Golo Kante has had his best years. 29 years old, the style of play in which he has would suggest that we may have already seen the best of N'Golo Kante, and he's not going to get to any new levels higher than which we have already seen. What we've got at the moment with this whole COVID-19 thing is actually time for N'Golo Kante to get the rest that he has so desperately needed since he played in that Europa League final against Arsenal, where even though obviously it was a big deal, we won the trophy, we beat our local rivals Arsenal, we absolutely hammered them in Baku, that game was not the ideal game for N'Golo Kante to be featuring in. So at this moment in time, Kante's sitting back and he's actually getting those minutes of rest that he has so desperately needed throughout this entire season. So in terms of the potential of seeing N'Golo Kante get back to his very best in a Chelsea shirt, what we're experiencing now with a global break from football is definitely something that I believe is going to benefit N'Golo Kante moving forward. On his day, he's one of the best central midfielders in the world. I'm not even going to start the debate today about what's his best position, where does N'Golo actually play at his best. We're not going to get into any of that because it's up for discussion left, right and centre. People think he's better going forward. I personally don't, but it's okay. I think he's better playing in front of the defence or playing in like a free roam role where his goal is to break up the play of the opposition in the middle by putting in tackles. So that's what I think N'Golo Kante is best at. However, 80 to 90 million supposedly is the figure that's being drawn out of thin air right now in terms of what Real Madrid and PSG would be offering Chelsea for N'Golo Kante's signature. Now, just before all of this hit the fan, we saw the emergence of Billy Gilmour. I'm not going to try try and justify comparing Billy to N'Golo Kante at this moment in time. However, it is one more player who plays in a similar position that we have at our disposal when it comes to actually looking at options if we were to choose to sell N'Golo Kante without bringing someone else in. We've got Jorginho, we've got Mateo Kovacic, we've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek to come back into the fray. We've also got Mason Mount, who's emerged this season as one of Chelsea's leading central midfielders. We all know that all of those players can play in different positions depending on whether Chelsea go with 2 central midfielders, whether we go with the pivot, whether we go with 3 in the middle. Chelsea have had an abundance of different formations that we've seen this season, and all of those players can play a variety of different roles. N'Golo Kante is another prime example, but Chelsea have got numbers in the middle of the park. We've also brought in Hakim Ziyech, who we know is a lot more attack-minded than, say, an N'Golo Kante. But in terms of numbers of players that can play in N'Golo's position, Chelsea actually do have quite a few at their disposal. 80 to 90 million for a 29-year-old player. I know I've made this video in the past, but the longer things go on, the more we can see the balance of things, the more we might see interest start to shift and become a little bit more intense. I'm looking at what's going on right now, and Kante finally being able to get a rest after playing such pivotal roles in Leicester winning the league, coming to Chelsea, Chelsea winning the league, playing for France, winning the World Cup with France, playing at an intensity level, never having a break. For someone of his kind of stature as a man, like he's not the tallest player, he's not the biggest built player, but it is something that's going to take its toll on his muscles, on his bone. And this rest period that he's got right now could well be the best thing to reinvigorate N'Golo Kante's career. And it's not even like he completely fell off the face of the earth. Some Chelsea fans are looking at it thinking, oh, he's not the player he once was, but he's still such a great player, even when he's not playing at what we know is his maximum potential and his maximum capacity. The story that has also come out because of their friendship, because of his links to Chelsea's academy, pictures that have been posted by Chelsea's social media admins in recent times, Declan Rice. Now, West Ham have said that if anyone is going to try and go in and buy Declan Rice, they're going to have to cough up the mere sum of £80 million. Now, we all know English players, they come at an absolute premium. Declan Rice broke into the England squad, broke into the West Ham squad at a very young age. He's got a lot of Premier League experience for someone of his age, but for 80 million quid, if we're going to sell N'Golo Kante to bring in Declan Rice, which is a story that I've heard, I cannot entertain this one. As much as it would be nice to have Declan Rice at Chelsea playing with his best mate Mason on a weekly basis, I still think Declan Rice is a very good player, and statistically, he's had a very good season this season for West Ham, and you could argue that he's had a better season for West Ham than what we've seen of N'Golo Kante this season at Chelsea. We also look at potential. Declan Rice is only going to improve, but at this moment in time, would I be thinking of selling N'Golo Kante to then go and spend similar money on Declan Rice? I couldn't do it. And if I'm in the Chelsea board right now and I'm trying to look at N'Golo Kante and gauging whether or not he wants to stay at Chelsea, I think he does, just from absolutely nothing other than never really seeing him flirt too far away from Chelsea Football Club since he signed for us. It was the same at Leicester. We all knew that he was going to make another move, but since he's got to Chelsea, N'Golo Kante looks like a very happy man, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. So, could I see him wanting the move? As I mentioned at the start of the video, a move to PSG and Real Madrid, you're always going to at least open the flipping email. I've said that one before and I'm using it again. Do I think that going in for Declan Rice as a direct replacement for N'Golo Kante for the same similar price that we'd sell Kante for, or even less potentially, Chelsea may even accept a lower bid for N'Golo Kante if Kante wants to move. I heard somewhere in the region of like 60 million, between 60 and 65 mil. I would not be entertaining this right now. And as a Chelsea fan, I've seen a load of polls on social media from various different accounts talking about selling Kante, and there does seem to be a bunch of us who are currently sat on the fence. And even though time has passed since I made my previous video where I did entertain the idea and I did speak about it in terms of what if Chelsea sold N'Golo Kante, I am still thinking about it, and I look at what we've got and I am aware that there are some very talented central midfielders at our football club right now, be it players that are already established, like your Jorginhos, your Kovacic's, your Rubens, to some extent. You've also got the youngsters like Billy, Conor Gallagher to come back off loan, Mason Mount as well. At this moment in time, to just disregard N'Golo Kante's world-class ability, I think would be an unsmart move from Chelsea Football Club at this moment in time, unless we're looking to go into the market for a direct replacement. Declan Rice? Maybe, but I'm not fully sold on this one, particularly at the price in which we are expected to pay from West Ham United. So let me know what your thoughts on that are in the comments down below. It's one that is raising a lot of questions. It's one that is raising a lot of debates at this moment in time. I personally wouldn't go for it, but if Chelsea do want to go for Declan Rice, as always, my opinion is totally invalid. If Chelsea go and sign Declan Rice, I'm straight on board the bandwagon of supporting him and giving him absolutely everything as a fan. That's just the nature of how this works. But in terms of making YouTube videos, I don't really want to talk too much about facts at this point because there isn't really any facts to go with. Clubs are always raising interest in players. Players are always doing little tiny things that can be interpreted by certain media outlets as meaning this or meaning that. And the reason why I've not been talking about these transfers and these rumours so much is because I find it very hard to buy into anything until there's anything stonewall on the table, particularly at this moment in time where the future of football is actually at jeopardy at this moment in time because money is going to be lost left, right and centre. Players with their wages, and particularly in the lower leagues, which is something I'm severely worried about because the whole nature of what we know football as a business and as a sport is certainly going to change as a result of these unprecedented times that we're going through right now. The reason I've not been making transfer speculation videos and addressing all of the news stories that come out of some of the most blasé newspapers in the world, the reason it takes me so long to get these videos out is because I have to get my head around even sitting and talking about something when football isn't even going on. Now, I hope you guys understand that. I hope that you understand that the meaning of this video was to talk about the potential of a swap deal between Kante and Declan Rice. Not a swap deal as in Kante swans off to West Ham United. That's not going to happen. But I mean in terms of Chelsea's playing personnel, Kante to leave, Declan Rice to come in. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. Hope you guys are keeping safe right now. I'm going to try and post more videos. I know that I've made stupid promises throughout this entire year and then I go 4 days without another video or another week without another video. I find it hard to address all of the rumours when there's really nothing going on in football, but I'm going to try my best to make it as rounded as possible. We're going to try and look at hypothetical situations a little bit more. Declan Rice to Chelsea. I don't know. It would be a beautiful story. And we're all looking for beautiful stories right now in the world because there's not much beautiful going on. We've really got to dig deep to find something like that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the George Benson Football channel if you haven't already and you're new around here. Hit the like button and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye. And another thing, if you want to know anything about fashion, it doesn't go.